Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and today we have some awesome news about two specialized games themselves. So I do want to kind of break that down, go over a full reveal of one of the main games today for, you guessed it, Battlefield, as well as some brand new news for the game of Overwatch, which I am a big fan of. You've probably seen a lot of the streams, some fun streams as of late, so have some great news on this, and I can't wait to share that with everybody if you did miss out already. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so the first bit of news we do have here is coming straight from the Battlefield game that was finally revealed. It was looking to be maybe like a Battlefield 6, but nope. They came out and said, this is going to be Battlefield 2042. This does launch October 22nd on PS4 and PS5. And here, per the PlayStation blog, we are going to get some first details here. So as I go down here, I'm going to hit some highlights. I'm going to read some of the stuff, but I'm not going to go over every little thing because this blog is pretty detailed. However, we'll hit the major points. The first point being, there is going to be a 128 player count on the PlayStation 5, destructive real-time weather systems, wingsuits, specialists, maps, and more. So, as they go on to state, EA has revealed the next iteration of the massive multiplayer shooter series, Battlefield 2042, which does launch this year on October 22nd, with development being handled by DICE, Criterion, DICE LA, and EA Gothenburg. Coming to both the PS4 and PS5, it continues the series' ambitious trajectory of incorporating cutting-edge tech to increase the size and density of its sandboxes while retooling and expanding its vast armory of gameplay modes and mechanics. It boasts one of the biggest maps in the series to date, the real-time unpredictability of extreme weather systems that'll tear through the front line, enhanced terrain, deformation, and on PS5, 128 player count per match. This is DICE's proprietary game engine Frostbite, flexing all new processing muscle acquired in the 2 or so years since last entry, Battlefield 5. It also marks the franchise's first return to near modern day, the real world yet fictitious setting pitches a what-if scenario of societies crumbling in the face of violent climate changes and diminishing resources. Stateless soldiers, no PAT specialists, now fight on behalf of the remaining superpowers. The setup is close enough to today to be recognizable, but far enough in the future to include advanced arsenals and destructive weather patterns. Fitting through with the series' 20th anniversary coming up, the EA offers a nod, unintentional or otherwise, to franchise starter Battlefield 1942 in its selection of year. So there's some other items and everything that goes through here, but let's see. I wanted to go over the maps and the dynamic events, so a quick tour of both modes, and some of the maps demonstrate DICE's approach to shaping a satisfying ebb and flow to the battles. There's a look at locales based on real-world settings, desert cities, tanker rigs, cragged mountaintops, their geography catering to different insertion methods and combat approaches. Go big with multi-vehicle combat spectaculars. Keep it tense with close-quarter combat and everything in between. There's also map-specific dynamic events which are teased, visibility, altering sandstorms, space rocket launch, destructive tornadoes. The last can be turned to your advantage with, as one example, the new wingsuits. If your specialist comes equipped with one, you can ride the wind just between the debris and vehicles and snatched into the storm. A potent mix of on-the-fly tactics and strategies carefully considered, lowering or raising bridges, locking down cranes, managing doorways, are designed to keep you thinking and be hyper-aware of your surroundings. So there's going to be a ton of different things and maps and abilities to go here. So it's pretty crazy what they're bringing to the table here, but with that Frostbite engine in general, Battlefield always has a lot to do and a lot to offer. So 128 players for the PS5. I'm not sure, I can't find anything in regards to how many players the PS4 version will have, or the previous, generation machines, whether it's the Xbox One or what the case is. I'm sure that'll be delved into as time goes on here. But a lot of good things can happen here. It doesn't look necessarily like a battle royale, so to speak. Nothing that I can find, but So far, so good. I hope this turns out really well because there's a lot of Battlefield fans out there, right? You're generally in one camp or the other for those when Battlefield or Call of Duty. But I think they have something to prove here, and I think they're going to bring the goods, and it looks like they put a lot of detail into this. Of course, all we're seeing right now is the CGI trailer. We're not seeing any gameplay. I bet they're going to go over a lot more here come E3 this week as well. So hopefully they go over that in detail, and we get to see some other types of modes and see in-game action and what is available. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what happens. And, you know, for those of you out there looking forward to the next Battlefield, here it is. But certainly let me know what you think in the comment section below in regards to what's going on here for the Battlefield series. Are you excited for this? Are you ready? Are you okay, by the way, with the fact that this doesn't have a campaign? I always hear more so that the multiplayer aspect of these games are more prominent, but there's always those voicing their opinion about how they like the campaigns in this. Now, the only close to campaign that you can do offline is not really campaign, but it's going to be offline bots. So you get to go against bots. So you don't necessarily have to play online matches if you don't want to, so there is that. But for those of you looking for a campaign in this game, there is not. However, I really think these games are meant for multiplayer. So in my opinion, it's not much of a loss. There's plenty of first-person shooters out there that do have campaigns. So definitely check those out if you really crave that. But, you know, in my opinion, since the Bad Company campaigns, the other ones never really I cared about. So personally, I'm sure there's others out there that disagree, but to each their own there. Moving on, we do have some great Overwatch news like I was mentioning before. They announced today that Overwatch is getting crossplay, and soon. They don't have a definitive date, but you are able to sign up via, they're going to have the BattleNet section set up. So let's go over this in detail here. I'm pulling this from GamesRadar.com. Overwatch crossplay is finally a reality 5 years after the game's release. Unfortunately, there's no cross progression, so keep that in mind when making plans to team up with friends. The Overwatch crossplay beta was announced today and is going live soon. The crossplay beta is powered by the newest Battle.net update, allowing players around the globe to team up as their favorite Overwatch heroes, no matter what platform they're on, be it PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, or Nintendo Switch. Competitive games will not be a part of the traditional crossplay. Instead, players will be split into console and PC pools. The advent of crossplay is likely part of Blizzard's lead-up to Overwatch 2, which has a new co-op PvE modes that would benefit from the crossplay capabilities. Plus, with the new PvP game modes like Push, it'll be nice to join in on the fun with players across platforms. In order to take part in the crossplay beta, you'll need to make a Battle.net account and link your appropriate console. PC players will already have a Battle.net account, of course. So to do so, make your free account, select account settings from the drop-down menu, then connections, and connect your console. You'll be able to find your friends through their Battle.net account name. Anyone who sets up an account before December 31st of this year, 2021, will get a free golden loot box to celebrate the launch of Overwatch Crossplay Beta. You'll get the loot box in any system that you play Overwatch, so if you're like me, and you go back and forth between PC and Xbox Series S, you'll get 2 loot boxes for the efforts. That's actually pretty cool. PC players will be grouped with other PC players regardless of their input and method, and console aim assist will be disabled for non-competitive matches when you group up with a PC player. If none of the crossplay capabilities appeal to you, you can disable crossplay through the Overwatch in-game menu if you're on console. PC players, however, cannot opt out of crossplay. Overwatch seems to be taking a very specific approach to allow players to team up across various platforms, which is very true. So this is pretty neat because I do have friends out there, again, that just won't play on the same platforms or PC-centric folks, but honestly, I kind of steer away from the PC side of things because of the hacking and this and that. You just see it, whether it's in Warzone, Fortnite, whatever. When you do the crossplay, you can tell when someone's playing PC and you got the hacking, and there's just gobs amount of people getting banned all the time. I prefer it sticking between consoles. I love playing with PC brethren. Like if it's PvE stuff, I'm all for it. When it's PvP, console versus PC, not just taking the mouse and keyboard aspect out of it. I just don't trust the hacking there. There's just, you could do a game even as Fall Guys. There's plenty of hacking going on there. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. I don't know if you can ever get rid of that stuff. So that being said, this is still really cool. Still great to play with friends from all platforms. And if you're not taking competitive seriously, which you wouldn't, you could still play with PC friends as well and probably not have too much of a bad time, I'm sure. And if you're good enough, in my opinion, on this game, on console, I don't see PC, aside from hacking, PC having too much of an advantage, honestly. I mean, if you're playing Widow and doing that, sure. But, if you're Winston and you're playing on PC Winston, I mean, there's not really much of an aim there that you have to do. It's kind of a spread, and there's other characters like that as well. But essentially, Widow and maybe Baptiste, Soldier, and, of course, McCree. But I'm very excited for this. I think it's about time. It's long overdue. So super hyped for this. But let me know, for all the Overwatch fans out there, if you're excited for the crossplay. I know I am. And as we get further into this beta and we get the battle.net, I'm more than happy to group up with anybody that has Overwatch on PC, Switch, or Xbox that want to group up with me, have some fun on our Overwatch streams, because I do like to play that and play those on the streams as well as the other games. So awesome stuff there. So thanks again. Let me know. We'll go ahead and get ready to wrap up the video. But before I do, I just want to say thanks again for all the supporters out there watching the videos. We're still at 82 subs. I know we can get there. Word of mouth helps. So just don't forget to like, comment if you can on every video and stream. That helps out so much with the algorithm. Helps out a small channel like this in the Xvault gaming community. So thank you, Xvault Gaming Nation. Appreciate you as always. So without further ado, everybody enjoy the rest of your day for the Wednesday, and we'll see you next time on the next Xvault Gaming video. And until then, take care.